Sixth grade, our lesson today is on adding and subtracting numbers with decimal points in them. Alright, we covered in the last chapter how to add and subtract whole numbers. And the process is really similar to that. Sometimes you'll have to regroup, but the key thing you have to do here, the main thing, is to line up the decimal places. You should always line up the decimal places. Even if there's not a decimal point, you should still line up the place values. But in this case, the decimal point kind of acts as a line for you. So you can always use those decimal points to know where to put the decimal point in your answer. Let's take this as an example. 1.5 plus 9 plus 47 hundredths. Okay. Now, when you write this out, you line up the decimal points, 1.5, 9, and 47 hundredths. And then what did we have to use to fill the places? Cool. Zeros. Yep. The whole number 9 didn't have any zeros in it. We have to fill those places with zeros so that we can do this problem. So then we can find 0 plus 0 plus 7, 5 plus 0 plus 4, and 1 plus 9 plus 0. So the decimal point goes straight down into the answer when you're doing these problems. Okay? Now, it's even more critical when you're subtracting, to fill the places with zeros. 3 4/10 minus 76 hundredths. When you line this up, look at this everybody. When you line this up, 3 4/10 and 76 hundredths, you have to put a 0 here to hold this place. Because you need to take away some hundredths. You have to take away 6 hundredths from 0 hundredths. That means that you're going to have to take some of these tenths and break them up so that we have some hundredths to take away. So we regroup this, cross out the 4, so we have 3 tenths, and give those 10 to the hundredths place. And now we have 10, take away 6 is 4 hundredths. Then we also have to regroup the ones place. Take a 1 away from the ones, give that to the tenths place. 13 tenths, take away 7 tenths is 6 tenths. And then we can finish the problem. 2 minus 0. Okay? Now, you should also use estimation to help you. So if you did this problem and you got 15 plus 9 plus something, what's 15 plus 9? That's like 24, 25. If you got 25 as part of your answer, and then you look back and you see, wait a second, this is about 2 plus 9 is 11 plus another maybe half or 1 is 12 and I got 25. That's wrong. You see how estimation can help you? Let's go to your assignment for today. We're going to start with using estimation when you're doing this. So on the first problem, number 1, what's 57 and 8 hundredths plus 34 and 71 hundredths. Do we have enough places? Guys, strike those. Show me slant. Write this, go to your worksheet. we're going to start, okay? Now, how can we use 2-digit plus or minus 1 digit? Yep. So right next to it, I want you to put the estimate. Keep the first 2 digits. 57. So write 57 on the side. This is where we're going to put our estimate. 57 plus
35.
number 1 plus 30, right? So what is that? What's 57 plus 30? 87. That's our estimate. 2-digit front end plus 1-digit front end. You could do 57 plus 35, but then you're going to regroup. All right, because you're going to have more than 10 ones. In this case, you don't have to regroup anything. Okay? That's why, as a general rule, it works really well to use 2 digits plus or minus 1 digit. You'll never have to regroup anything. Okay? Now, let's do the actual. 9, 7.1, 6 plus 3 is 9. We got a good estimate, don't we? 87, 91. Number 2. 20 and 11 hundredths minus 13 and 27 hundredths. Let's write our estimate first. So 20 and 11, that's really close to 20. And 13 is closest to 10. So that's a pretty good estimate. Now, do the math. Try this one on your own first. Because we have to regroup, don't we? Right? Keep the estimate under the estimate. Okay, class. Let's do this. We have to regroup the first one. Oops, I'm sorry. Got ahead of myself. So we have 0 tenths and 11 hundredths. 11 take away 7 is 4. Now, we don't have any ones. So we have to regroup all the way to the tens. Take away one of those. Give 10 to the ones. Then take away one of those. And give 10 to the tenths. So 10 tenths, take away 2 is 8 tenths. 9 ones, take away 3 is 6. And 0. So 6 and 84 hundredths. You need both answers on your sheet. Circle them both. Because it says estimate first Then find the sum or difference. Estimate before you find the sum or difference. Circle both answers. Nate, you have a question?
Couldn't you just, when you're getting the other numbers, getting the other numbers for bigger numbers, wouldn't you just take it from the two from the beginning? Because that's what I did, I still got
20?
No, but, I mean, like, you took the number from the 10th, you took it from that one to the other one. I just took from the two and did for every one of them. Would that work?
Oh, you mean right away you just started by that, by doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could look at all the numbers, Nate. You look at all the numbers and you see, wait, I don't have enough in any of these places. So I have to regroup the whole thing. Yeah, that's okay. Yep. Yep, you could do that. Number 3. 2 83/100 plus 31 plus 5 19/100. What do we have to do in this one? Well, let's estimate first. Don't get ahead of yourself. Estimate. What's the nearest whole? 3 plus 30 plus 5. 38. Yep. Now, do we have all the places filled?
No.
Nope. So put a decimal point and 2 zeros. Then add these up. $39 and 2/10, 200s, I mean. Good. In number 4, don't forget the dollar sign. You might want to put the dollar sign down in the answer right away in number 4. So it's $8.01, take away 6 87 cents. Let's skip to number 6. $816 and 3/10 minus 234 and 51/100. Okay? So let's estimate first. $800, that's only 2 numbers, so let's use 2-digit front end.
Oh.
What's this closest to? 820 minus 200 would be 620. So write that down. Then, let's do, we have to rewrite this, don't we? And line up the decimal points. So do that on the side. Carson?
Closer. 8, 20, 200. So another one, you stop saying that's
Every number, every time you round, Carson, it's going to be a little bit different. Well, this is only 4 away.
Yeah, but it's 3 away from 816.
No, it's 4 away from 816. So that's really, really close.
Yeah, but if you wanted to 816, it's 6.
I guess you could do 816 minus 200 and get a good estimate. Because you could do 816 minus 200 and get 616. I'd accept that. Okay. What do we need as a to hold this place? A 0 there. Yep. We have to use a 0. Make sure that you line up these decimal places and especially put zeros in when you're subtracting. Then we'll have to regroup. You can start with the 3. And then we need to regroup again. And then regroup again. $581.79. That's pretty close. 620. We're in the ballpark. All right. The key is to make sure that you line up the decimal points. Okay?